Tlacote water and the name of Tlacote have spread all over the world. It was not long ago when thousands of people a day began rushing to Tlacote to get the water. More than 8 million people have visited the village since then, and many of them have experienced a miracle. Drinking the well water of Tlacote relieves the symptoms of low back pain, diabetes, allergy, asthma, atopy, and hepatitis B. It is said that the water has also effects on incurable diseases like AIDS and cancer. Magic Johnson, the former NBA player who was infected with the HIV virus, has also been to Tlacote to get the water. Just drinking the Tlacote water cures many diseases. Is it miracle water? We have started to research the subject and have collected some very interesting data. Dr. Graciela Camps Salaberi heard about Tlacote water and gave it to her patients. Her clinic: allergies 99%, dermatopathia 96%, respiratory disease 89%, gastrointestinal disease 91%, neuroses 59%, osteoarthritis 87%, and diabetes 88%. This means that these percentages of patients experienced a change for the better, recognized themselves, improvements that were also substantiated by diagnoses. These patients drank, on the average, 2 to 3 liters of Tlacote water a day. Dr. Graciela Camps Salaberi said, "I was amazed by the curative properties of the Tlacote water. It's nothing but a miracle. The clinical data indicate the amazing creative power of Tlacote water." Tlacote water and ordinary water. It seemed impossible to find any difference between them. But now comes a report from Kyushu University that something has been detected in Tlacote water that is not in normal water. What is it? Professor Sanetaka Shirahata of the Graduate School of Genetic Resources Technology reported, "I analyzed the Tlacote water and found that the concentration of active hydrogen is extraordinarily high in it. Normally, hydrogen exists as hydrogen molecules consisting of 2 hydrogen atoms, and the bond seldom breaks. According to Professor Shirahata, hydrogen rarely exists as atomic hydrogen. The atomic hydrogen is called active hydrogen, and the Tlacote water contains 10 times as much active hydrogen as normal water." What is the effect of active hydrogen on the human body? Professor Sanetaka Shirahata answers, "Recently, active hydrogen has been found to be effective in the prevention and remedy of a variety of diseases. Active hydrogen-rich water can be artificially produced by the electrolytic reduction of water, which is called electrolytically reduced water. According to Dr. Shirahata, electrolytically reduced water has a beneficial effect on many kinds of diseases. At Kiowa Hospital in Kobe, Japan, they have used electrolytically reduced water for more than 10 years. Drinking several liters of electrolytically reduced water a day was shown to enhance the remedial effects. According to Dr. Munenori Kawamura, the director of Kiowa Hospital, drinking electrolytically reduced water sometimes sets the patient free from pharmacotherapy in a rather short time. This may be the result from an increase in the power of spontaneous cure, for example, the enhancement of the immune response. Professor Shirahata tells us that, like electrolytically reduced water, Tlacote water abounds in active hydrogen, and the high concentration of active hydrogen proves the miracle curing power of Tlacote water. How can active hydrogen cure diseases? There are several hypotheses. Active hydrogen reacts with active oxygen, which is considered the cause of many kinds of disease, to make water. In contrast with active hydrogen, active oxygen, sometimes called poisonous oxygen, is a strong oxidant and thought to be a cause of a variety of diseases because it destroys cells by oxidation. Active oxygen is generated when cells produce energy or when we are under stress. Active oxygen is unstable because it has one more electron than molecular oxygen, and it tends to snatch an electron out of a normal cell to cause its death. According to Professor Shirahata, if the concentration of active hydrogen in the body is high, active oxygen reacts with it to become non-poisonous water and is removed from the body. Against what diseases is active hydrogen efficacious? How can active hydrogen cure diseases? Here are Dr. Shirahata's hypotheses. 1. Its effect on allergy. Immunocompetent cells protect us from infectious diseases by attacking viruses or foreign matter by releasing active oxygen. But they sometimes unnecessarily attack foreign matter, such as pollen, and release too much active oxygen, which hurts normal cells. This is the cause of allergy. However, if there is a sufficient amount of active hydrogen in the body, it quenches active oxygen to ease allergy. Number 2, effect on diabetes. Diabetes is a metabolic disorder of glucose caused by an insufficiency of insulin production by the pancreas, or of insulin activity, or a defect of the glucose receptor. Removal of active oxygen by active hydrogen eases diabetes because the insulin-producing cells and glucose receptors are sensitive to active oxygen. Number 3, effect on hypertension. Unsaturated fatty acids of lipids react with active oxygen to form sludgy peroxolipids, which stick to the walls of the blood vessels to cause arteriosclerosis. As a result, the blood flow gets stagnant and blood pressure gets higher. Active hydrogen, by scavenging active oxygen, prevents unsaturated fatty acids from reacting with active oxygen. 4 is its effect on viral infection. When viruses get into the body, immunocompetent cells attack the viruses with active oxygen and protect us. But if the number of viruses is too great, immunocompetent cells keep releasing active oxygen and finally kill themselves. Then the number of viruses further increases to cause infection. Active hydrogen reacts with excess active oxygen and protects immunocompetent cells from suicidal reaction. As a result, it eases infectious diseases. According to Dr. Paolo Carloni of Italy, it is possible that active hydrogen is efficacious against AIDS virus. After getting into human cells, the AIDS virus releases protease, an enzyme that is essential to its propagation. Active hydrogen has a tendency to react with protease and prevent the virus from multiplying. Therefore, the number of AIDS viruses decreases, and the symptoms of AIDS takes a favorable turn. Number 5, its effect on cancer. The telomere, a special DNA sequence seen at the end of the DNA chain, gets shorter after every cell division. When the telomere is completely lost, no more cell division occurs and the cell dies in due time. However, telomerase of cancer cells repairs the telomere, and the cell division of cancer cells continues forever. According to Professor Shirahata, active hydrogen blocks the telomerase interaction and makes the lifetime of cancer cells limited. As mentioned, active hydrogen contained in the Tlacote water is thought to be effective against a wide variety of diseases. In the final analysis, therefore, the story of Tlacote water is the story of active